Yes, could I speak to Lindsay Smith, please? Oh, yes, I'll hold. See how the old man does when he finds out about his precious Channing's escapades with Mr. Lindsay Smith. Hello, Lindsay. It's Mason Capwell. Listen, I need a favor.
I had to walk out in the middle of a business luncheon to meet you, Mason.
Well, I'm sorry, Lindsay, but I had to see you.
Well, you said you wanted a favor. Well, I'm sorry I can't do it for you. I can't do any of your legwork for you on this trial. I got too many cases of my own.
It's, not about the trial, Lindsay. It's about your relationship with Channing Jr. My father wanted me to contact you.
I closed the door on that part of my life, Mason. I'm a married man now.
Well, congratulations, Lindsay.
I don't want to rake up the past. I don't want anything more to do with the Capwells. Is CC still trying to figure out what my connection with Channing was?
Lindsay, he knows what your connection was.
CC knows?
He knows that you and Channing were lovers. And this may come as a surprise to you, but I think he wants to share some of your memories of Channing.
Oh, come on, Mason. What do you take me for?
I was as amazed by his reaction as you are, Lindsay, but apparently the old man's really mellowed over the years. The fact that you love Channing and have memories of him that you could share seems to be very important to him.
Oh, really? Is that, why he's confiding in you, Mason? I thought he kicked you out of the family.
Like I said, I guess he's mellowed, Lindsay. He even asked if you had a picture of the two of you together, and I burned the ones I had.
Well, I still have one that I didn't destroy. Channing was so terrified that his father was going to find out about us. I think that was the reason why he broke it off with us.
I think you're probably right. Look, I'm going to have to cut this short and get back into the courtroom. You know, if it's not too much of an imposition, I'd be grateful if you could get me that picture before tonight. This trial is taking a big toll on Dad. I think he could use all the moral support he could get. You know, C.C. Capwell could be a pretty influential friend for a newlywed with a struggling law practice to have.
Sure, I'll see you later.
Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate it.
Wasn't that,
Lindsay Smith, Channing's one and only for one brief, shining moment.
What's he doing here?
He's going to help me perform the last rites over the legend of Channing Capwell Jr. I may be on my way out of the family, Gina, but I won't be going alone. This time I'm taking Channing with me.
Mason, do you have a moment for me now?
After all we've been through, Gina, how could I deny you a moment?
I don't understand your attitude, and I don't much like it either. We should stick together.
Oh, I don't have an attitude, Gina. All I have is a sick knot in the pit of my stomach.
Mason, you were brilliant in there. You'll get Ted off. I know you will.
From your words to the jury's ears, thank you for your kind words of support.
Do you have any kind of scheme for us to salvage something out of this disaster?
As a matter of fact, I have a couple. How did you know?
Well, I didn't know. I just assumed you would. You always do. Well, tell me about it. Maybe I can help.
No, I'm afraid not.
But tell me, Mason.
No, I don't want to involve you in it, Gina. I don't even want to tell you about it.
Oh, why not?
Because just knowing about it could get you into trouble.
Well, how about the trouble you can get into?
Well, the expression, I have nothing to lose, could have been freshly coined today just for me.
I'm just so curious about what it could be.
I'll tell you this. It's going to hit Dad even harder than finding the two of us together.
Will it change anything for us?
Well, one never knows how these things reverberate. But if I were you, I'd steer clear of the atrium tonight because it may not be very pretty. I'm going to rob my loving father of his grandest illusion. Excuse me a minute, even with you.
Wow, I hear you're doing a good job, counselor. She's about ready to cave in.
Well, we'll see about that. You know, I talked to Dad a short while ago. He's kind of anxious to see you and talk with you, Lindsay. Do you think maybe you could come by the house later this evening?
Well, if you think it's a good idea, I still can't believe he's accepted my relationship with Channing.
Well, you could have my statesmanship to thank for some of that, Lindsay. Would, you excuse me for a minute? I have to talk to someone.
Okay.
Lindsay, what are you doing here?
Mason asked me to meet him here.
Welcome in. Mason's talking with Cruz.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Smith, what are you doing here?
I asked him to come, Dad.
You seem to be very busy inviting people to a lot of places where you're not even welcome yourself.
Well, I was glad I could come, Mr. Cathwell. First, I wanted to congratulate you. I know what a happy day this must be for you. For all of you. And I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate how understanding you're being about mine and Channing's relationship.
Would you mind repeating what you just said? There are so many distractions.
Well, I was just saying that
Dad,
I appreciate...
We're going down the Orient Express now. Can't you come along?
Oh, not just now, son, but don't worry about my missing the party. I wouldn't for the world. We've got a lot to celebrate
Dad
today.
seems, well, not quite himself. I don't know if this was such a good idea.
Oh, no, it's a perfect time, Lindsay. Just relax. He knows everything there is to know about you and Channing, and he's accepted it all with a remarkable grace.
Well, I remember Channing saying if there was one thing in the world that your father hated, it was homosexuality.
Yes, well, that was a long time ago, and he's learned to accept a lot of things that he used to be against. With any luck, he'll learn to accept a few more before he's through.
Was he, shocked at first, though?
Well, I won't say that it was a happy revelation for him, Lindsay, but no, he believes Channing was a great man, and Channing's sexual persuasion isn't going to change that in his eyes.
I wish everyone were as broad-minded.
So do I. You know, I think his deepest regret is that he was never able to help Channing come to terms with it. I know he's grateful to you for the love and support you showed Channing. That's why he called this meeting. He felt he should get to know the man that his son loved.
Well, this is going to be quite an experience.
Yes, it is. But I'm afraid we're going to have to put it off for just a little while, Lindsay. My father and I have some business to sort of wrap up. If you wouldn't mind waiting, you could make yourself comfortable in the study.
Oh, sure, I don't mind.
You know the way.
Yeah. He was really handsome. Warm and funny when he wanted to be.
Yes, I'm sure he was. Certainly looks happy with you in that picture, doesn't he? Glad we have that, so Dad can see how well suited you two were. Whoop, there he is now.
Well, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Smith. Lindsay?
It's all right. Are you feeling better now?
Yes, just a little headache.
Well, I'm glad you decided to let me talk to you about Channing.
Well, I'm always glad to hear anything new about him.
You should be especially glad this time, then, Dad. Can I fix you a drink, Lindsay?
Well,
Oh, please, go ahead. I won't join you, but Mason will fix you something.
thank you. Scotch and water, I guess.
Happy to do the honors.
You know, I don't remember Channing ever speaking of you before, Lindsay.
And from that day on, we became friends. We spent a lot of time with each other. Found out that we had all kinds of things in common.
All kinds of things.
Well, that's wonderful, Lindsay. I'm glad he knew you.
You know, there was hardly a day that didn't go by that I considered myself lucky to have known him.
You met at the polo club.
Mm-hmm.
You played polo also?
Yeah, a little. Well, I was never as good as Channing, though.
Few people were. He was a true champion.
We had adjoining lockers and a lot of the same interests. Both studying law and, liking the horses the way we did. We discovered we knew a lot of the same people. And, but we were never competitive with each other. I guess that's why it worked out so well. Boy, I admired him so much in the beginning.
Well, are you saying that changed?
Oh, no, only in that it deepened. It started as admiration, then went into a kind of hero worship. Channing helped me so much with my self-confidence and self-reliance. And then, well, he started to confide in me about things he said he couldn't even tell anybody else.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What kinds of things?
Oh, well, like that, how much he loved and respected you, for one thing. Yeah.
He said that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can't tell you how happy that makes me feel.
I knew you'd find it rewarding to listen to him, Dad.
Well, I hope you're listening. because it contradicts all the things you've said against your brother. Here's an outsider who knew and admired Channing much more than you ever did.
Yes, but they were on a different basis than Channing and I were, weren't you, Lindsay?
Well, naturally.
Or unnaturally. But do go on. Tell Dad the rest. Tell him everything.
What else is there to tell?
Oh, Lindsay's just full of anecdotes about Channing, Dad. In the words of the immortal Al Jolson, you ain't heard nothing yet.
What I'm about to say isn't easy for me, but I promised myself that I would level with you about everything, and God knows this is part of it. Peter Flint and I were both in on that blackmailing scheme together. I fought it at first, but I finally gave in. Believe me, I can't tell you how genuinely ashamed I am of it now.
You know, I never understood anything about that blackmail business. Now, what was it all about?
I thought you knew.
Yes, but well, how could you blackmail someone that you admired and liked so much?
Well, I didn't start doing it until Channing and my relationship was broken up. When we split, I didn't know where to turn. I really missed him.
I don't even know what you were holding over him. Was it Santana and his child?
Oh, no, I was never jealous about Santana. She was out of his life by then.
Well, then I don't understand. What were you blackmailing Channing for? I mean, certainly he was not involved in anything illegal.
Well, I'm talking about our relationship. But Peter was the one who thought about the blackmail. You gotta believe me on that.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. I think I've missed something here. What was it you knew that Channing would pay you not to tell? I mean, how much money did it involve over how long a period of time?
Well, I thought you understood all about this. It has to do with our relationship, of course. Channing was terrified that you'd find out. But he didn't want anyone to know, especially you. Then Peter, got hold of the information and thought it was an easy way to make a lot of money. I got drawn into it later. Partly out of anger, I was beside myself when Channing and I ended our friendship.
Oh, come on, Lindsay. We don't have to use euphemisms here. Say what you mean. We're all very broad-minded.
I'm sorry. I'm in a complete fog about all of this.
Mason, he doesn't know, does he? Does he? You told me he did. That he understood and he had forgiven us both.
Forgiven you for what?
Oh, faults and foibles. Personal peccadillos. Fruit? Have some, I mean.
You've been using me again, you double-crossing line. Well, I'm not going to be a pawn in your game any longer. If you want him to know, you're going to have to tell him yourself. I'm sorry, Mr. Capwell, but he's made fools of us both.
Mr. Smith, Lindsay, wait a minute. Mason, I want to know what's going on here. What did you try to trick him into telling me? I want a full explanation. And I'll tell you, I don't like what I've been hearing.
And you're gonna like it even less now, since I'm gonna be the one to have to tell you, Dad. But I don't mind. Sit down, Dad.
Why?
Trust me. You better sit down. And you better hang on to something.
Tell me what?
Not very sporting of Lindsay to walk away like that.
Why was he helping Peter blackmail Channing? He didn't say.
You weren't listening, Dad.
Because their friendship broke up? What does that mean?
I believe he said relationship. It's all there, Dad, if you want to see it.
Mason, you are so jealous of Channing that even your accusations don't make sense anymore.
Maybe this will help.
What is it?
It's a keepsake from Lindsay. See for yourself.
It's Channing. What am I supposed to see?
Channing's arm around Lindsay.
Well, he said they were friends.
Where are they, Dad?
I don't know. Looks like
a bar. That's right. But what kind of bar has only men in it, Dad? In pairs. Or rather, couples. Look closer. What kind of place is that, Dad? And what do you suppose Channing was doing there? Ah, the manly thing to do, as always.
That is the lowest kind of smear.
Yeah, I knew you'd think that.
You know, you amaze even me. Paying this man to come here faking that photograph.
Channing was gay, Dad. Homosexual, that way.
You're a liar.
Believe me, if I'd been paying Lindsay, I'd have paid him to be more explicit.
This is almost laughable. Do you think that the one snapshot is going to make me believe that your brother was that way when I'm raising his son?
I didn't say he was sterile.
He was a father, a man.
Anyone can have children. That doesn't take any special talent.
It takes a woman and a man.
Very astute. But he gave up the woman in favor of Lindsay, and you paved the way by sending Santana off to have Brandon.
Are you mad? I think you've gone completely over the edge this time.
No such luck, Dad. Ask anyone. You're the only one in the house who doesn't know.
I will. Who's that? Eden?
It's Santana, Cece. I'm only here to take Mama home. I'm not going to stay, and I'm not even going to try and see Brandon.
Well, ask her, Dad. What better witness? She's certainly proven that she's no friend of mine.
Santana, come here.
Ask her what?
Santana, you love Channing.
Well, at the time I did, yes.
You were more intimate with him than any of the rest of us. You bore his child.
Yes?
What I'm trying to ask, as preposterous as it may be, would you please tell Mason there is no possible way that Channing could have been a homosexual?
You told him?
It was time.
Mason, knowing what it could do to him? How could you be that vicious?
It's not true. No.
Cece, are you all right?
You know where they used to meet, Dad? In the tunnel. That's where Channing and his boyfriend used to do the act of darkness, just like Sophia and Lionel.
Mason, shut up.
We have a heritage of subterranean desires. I think it's sad, but kind of touching, don't you?
Can't you see what you're doing to him?
Oh, he's all right. He's just seeing what the rest of the dinosaurs saw when they woke up one fine morning in their swamps and heard the hail falling. Extinction. Utter uselessness. Isn't that right, Dad?
Cece?
Come on, Dad. Hit me. Too late to hit Channing, isn't it? So you might as well hit me instead.
Cece, what are they doing to you? What's wrong?
Sophia, our boy, Channing, he...
Sissy, what happened? I think I know what happened.
That man was here, Lindsay Smith.
Where is he? Lindsay would never have done this. It was Mason's doing. It's all his doing.
Are you happy now? Do you feel good?
Yes.
Sophia, is it true about Channing's? Santana said that it was.
Darling, no one can know that now.
Of course we know. I have letters from Lindsay to Channing, Channing to Lindsay.
Well, then keep them to yourself.
Why do you think Peter Flint was able to blackmail Channing, Dad? Channing may have been sleazy, but he certainly wasn't dumb. If you'd found out back then, well, he would have died at his father's hand instead of his mother's. Always a perfect wife, aren't you? Fighting his battles, spending his money, keeping his secrets. Keeping your own, too. I hope I'm around the day you come clean, lady.
You think you've really bested Channing now? Well, I can see through your game very clearly, Mason. No matter what Channing did or what he was is nothing compared to the abomination of sleeping with your own father's wife.
Yes, and that accounts for your timing, doesn't it, Mason? One bestial act deserves another. Just because you were caught, you felt that Channing should be too.
Oh, surprise me, Dad. Defend Channing now. Tell me he was misunderstood. Tell me it doesn't make your skin crawl to think of him and Lindsay Smith down in that
Stop
tunnel.
it! I have heard enough filth for one night. Cece.
I'm all right.
Cece, you're not all right, and you know it. I want you to come with me and lie down, and I'm going to call Dr. Biddles.
Not as long as they're here.
They won't be here very long. I'll see to it. Come on.
Where are you taking him?
What's the matter, Dad? Can't take the heat anymore?
Mason, he's white as a sheet.
That hurt him terribly.
Oh, he'll rebound with something. He won't let me win if he can help it.
fine, and get out.
I suppose you're going to comfort him now, as only you can do. Well, that's just fine. I'm going to Ted's party anyway. At least we like each other.
Yes, I raised my children to be kind to the less fortunate.
No, Sophia, you didn't raise your children at all. That's the problem. You left them. Too bad Channing didn't have a mother who loved him enough to stay around.
Get out.
Sophia, is something wrong with Cece?
Yeah, why did he limp out of here like a wounded bull?
What do you think? He's not young anymore. He can't keep taking these constant attacks on him and everything he holds dear. No one could.
Well, I'll leave for now. But tell him I'll be back for round 2. How will you sleep tonight, Dad? Knowing what you know now. Will you be kept awake by the sound of imaginary bricks tumbling from the walls of your imaginary Channing Capwell Junior University?
That university will be built.
In whose name? Yours?
Channing's. You were hoping that I would be small-minded enough to forget everything that boy meant to me. You were almost right. Sophia made me realize what I would be throwing away. Channing's sexual preference had nothing to do with the reasons why I loved him. Why should I love him any less now?
Mason.
It's all right, Sophia. He's run out of weapons. I've survived them all.
What are you doing back here? Mason? Mason, answer me. Don't you think you've done enough damage?
Yes, to myself. He really did love him, Sophia. I thought all this time that he loved what Channing pretended to be. And that if he knew that Channing was no better than I am, but it didn't matter. He loved Channing because he was yours, and he hates me because I'm not.
Mason, no.
Don't touch me. I no longer feel any obligation to fairness or truth with either one of you. I was beaten before my feet ever touched the ground. So be it, Sophia. You hear me? So be it.